Bring your meditation chapel up. This will be your own design that you should have made for your 101 class, because we are trying to tie these two classes together. What you will be doing is to create a three-dimensional model of this thing for your 101 class. Okay, so what we need is a complete design, and I'll give you a little bit of time to finish your design later on in class. But for next class, which is Wednesday, not Tuesday?
Thursday.
What day is today?
Tuesday.
For Thursday, you must have your own design completed and to the point to where I'm going to have you, where I instruct you till at the end of the class. Okay. So, if you have whatever you have done for your meditation chapel, we'll just use that. So save that as another file name. So file, save as, and you could call it whatever, A, B, C, D, or whatever, test or something. Okay? So that's the meditation chapel. Remember, when you create your model, you should keep copies of various stages of your model. This one right here is the solid part right here, and I kind of kept all of the cutouts that I was going to do on this thing just so that I could visualize this thing. So I don't cut stuff out and then decide that I don't want it anymore or what. The only part that I don't have is a door on here, but I did get the door in here. Okay, so after that, right, I created a offset of this surface, which we were supposed to do. So this thing is now this thing now has a wall thickness to it. Okay, so there's my little wall thickness. I booleaned differenced all of the cutouts out, and I have tied some of these volumetric cuts together. Okay, and of course how we made it is that we have this thing hide, we have the floor separate so that we could kind of work on we could have a floor for this thing and work on the walls independently. Show. Okay, so what you should have is something to this point, because you will be presenting these things in the 101 class. We're going to make a 1/8 inch model out of this thing, so you better be pretty much done. Okay, my design is fairly simple. The 2 doors that's required, one for the Sunset Chapel, one for the entrance. Did Sardines make you put a stair on this thing? I don't know how he's going to climb this thing, get up to this 3-foot level, but oh well. That's for him to figure out. I would have, this being a subtraction project, I would have cut in the stairs right here so that it looks like a...
No, I think that he told us that the floor is going to be...
3 feet underground?
Well, when we make our model, he told us to cut the floor like so it's inside instead of sticking out.
Right. I mean, it's actually 3 feet above the ground,
so
right?
it's 3
Yes.
feet up,
Okay. Well, we'll let Sardines deal with that. But anyway, my concern is to get you guys to a point where you could make a 3D model out of this thing, or a physical model out of this thing. Okay, so what we're going to do is to take this object, if you do have it, with all the cutouts, volumetric cutouts and all that stuff, you should have a very messy surface all over your model, and that's pretty much to be expected. So the first thing I'm going to do is to take this thing and clean it up a little bit. Make sure that it is, one surface is pretty much one surface. Okay, so if I go to the solid tools and then go to this little symbol right here, merge all coplanar faces, so that would be the right mouse button, select that and then select the object. Notice that all of these separate joints that we have here, If I select that and enter, that should have cleaned all of that up to give it that isoplane, you know, just at the center or to the side or something like that. So at least I know that this thing right here is fairly well cleaned up. There are some weird things going on back there. I think that's when I made my offset, but oh, so that's probably on the inside. Let me try doing it on the inside as well. No, I guess it should have done it, but it didn't. Let's hope that's not a hole. Okay, I think it's a hole. And basically merge all faces. Okay, after I've done that, it's a clean surface. So next thing I'm going to do is since I have this floor as well as this wall plane, I think I'll boolean those together. So let's select both of these pieces and then boolean union those together. If I do that, those are all same object as well now. Okay. So the thing I'm going to do next would be to try to make these things into its own little surface. Okay, because that's what I need to make my model. Okay, so I merged all faces again to clean that floor up. So right now this is pretty much a model with the floor and all the walls all joined up together now.